I'm sitting here thinking like, how do I get from point A to point B without any distractions? I mean, I get it. Life comes with distractions, but how do I get from where I'm trying to go to where I want to go as quickly as possible? And I think the answer that I've come to is you have to be boring, you have to be alone, and you have to be consistent. You have to get so bored with consistency. Like, I think that's the key to getting to where you want to go, because what happens in life is we grow up around people. I think very few people grow up like in a desert where there's no one, or a forest, or some type of off the grid situation where they grow up and they raised by wolves and they never had any. We grow up around people, and so therefore we are conditioned by human behavior, and we do what other humans do. We want to be accepted, we want to be loved, we follow the pack. It's like a social norm. If you standing in a office and everyone stands up, you're going to stand up, because you don't want to look odd, or you don't want to look out of place. And that's just what we are conditioned to be. It's like a duck coming out and just knowing how to swim. You don't got to teach a duck how to swim. That's just what they do. But I think at the end of the day, it's one of them things where, going back to the duck comparison, a duck will forever be a duck until it comes into human contact. And at that point, that duck becomes, betrayed. Like, it's not a duck anymore. The mom will leave it. It's an ugly duckling, And I think that's what happens with us. What happens is we grow up in groups, whether it be family or friends, and we attach ourselves to this group of people, and we do whatever they do. We follow them, we eat what they eat, we watch what they watch. We do everything that everyone else is doing. And the second that person want to kind of get out the group, they looked shamed or they're looked down upon. That's the ugly duckling. That duck that got away from its mom and found the human and all that. Eventually, that's kind of where you want to go. Get out that little group, because as long as you follow in that group, you gonna forever be a duck. You gonna forever be a lame if you continue to do lame things with lame people. Now, I get that family and friends, that's comfort. You want to be comfortable. It's funny because a lot of people would much rather be miserable and comfortable than having to go and, make some go through some type of uncomfortability. That's another thing is, people would rather feel fake love, even though they know it ain't real love, just to feel loved. It's the same concept. Fake is the new real, real is the new fake. And so when you know better, you do better. So the fastest way to get to where you want to go is you got to leave all them people behind. You got to let them go. I know you grew up with them. Oh, that's Uncle Jojo. That's Auntie TT. Okay, Auntie TT gonna always be your auntie. And Auntie TT, she she love you. But if she really loved you, she gonna let you go. She gonna let you go and be that, be your best self. I was talking to a guy at work today, and I always found it strange how what happens is when you have that group that love you so much, they put a cap on your ceiling. Imagine you want to go skydiving. Now, in your family, no one's ever went skydiving. because to them it's crazy. Are you insane? Right? But now here you are, you want to go skydiving. If you go tell them you want to go skydiving, they're gonna look at you like you trying to unalive yourself? You trying to be like, what you trying to do? They gonna look at you crazy, like, nah, you not doing that. But they putting a cap on you. Why can't you go skydive? But you made the mistake of going to those people thinking like, oh, they gonna support me. No, they only know what they know. So what they don't know, they can't tell you what they don't know. Now you have a group over here, right? Where that kid, he's like, Mom, I'm about to go skydiving. And she's like, go skydiving. Go have fun. As a matter of fact, here's a GoPro. Snap it on your head. Film it. Why? Like, so, if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, over here you got a lot of the white people. The you know, the white kids, they grow up, they tell their mom, I want to go skydiving. Sure, son. Make sure you get it on film so we can watch it together and look at all the... They ain't putting no cap on them. They telling them to go live your life and be the best that you could be and have fun doing it. Over here, nah, you ain't doing that. You crazy. What you trying to do? Why? Like, this the black people over here. Like, why we like that? Why we like that? Why we like to put a cap on shit, that stuff we couldn't do? Like, and now that child become held back because of some of your fears. That's another conversation. We'll leave that one. But the easy way to avoid all this shit is to leave and go figure out what you like. You can't sit here and... I think a lot of people... Now, if you younger, I get it. You know, I've been in that situation where I stayed with my mom. I had to obey her rules. I had to. But when I turned 18, I got out of there. And I let go of all the projections that was holding me down, the doubt, the naysay, all that. I had to let it go. And that was like at 21. You don't want to be 30 still having them thoughts of, you know, your parents telling you you can't do something. You got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. If you want to get from point A to point B, let those people go. Because at the end of the day, they might love you, but it's your life. And if something was to happen to you, if you knew how soon they would get back to their life, you would leave right now. You would be like, damn, this nigga right. Yeah, he right. And I am right. Because I'm rarely wrong, if I'm being honest. Like, call it what you want. I'm rarely fucking wrong. I mean, 98.97%. I mean, I think I had that 0.0 point time I was wrong. And I didn't tell them I was wrong, but I knew I was wrong. So just take my advice. Get out of there and watch how your life change.